what's black and blue and awesome all over. These drink coasters. Hey everybody, I'm James, and I've got a cool 3D print to show you today. Now if you're anything like me, whenever you're on the computer, you've got a cold drink nearby. My choice of drink's a Coke Zero. And up until recently, whenever I was drinking one, I'd just have to set it on the desk, and I ended up with a ring on my desk. It was a whole mess. Now I could have just gone out and bought some drink coasters, but what's the fun in that? So instead, I went ahead and printed myself off a set of these super awesome 8-bit video game themed drink coasters. So on top we have a blue Kirby, or a Kerbluey if you will. Behind Kirby we have a blue Pikachu, then a blue Octorok, and finally, and perhaps the saddest of the group, is a blue Boo. Oh, I'm so sad. Now, these were printed in PLA using my regular settings of 200 degrees Celsius for the first layer and 185 for every additional layer, on a bed heated to 75 degrees and sprayed with hairspray. Although, to be completely honest, these weren't my first attempt. My first attempt ended up looking like this. Now, this was my fault. For some reason, I decided to heat the bed a little bit hotter than I normally would, and as a result, in between layers, they didn't have any time to cool, and eventually they peeled from the bed and got knocked off by the printhead. In order to achieve multicolored prints like this, it was relatively simple, but timing is key. I let the printer print the first 11 layers in black PLA, then I used the pause function in Octoprint. With the printer paused, I was able to extract the black PLA, insert the blue PLA, and continue the print, with the printer being none the wiser. But again, timing is key, because most printers will only lock the motors for about a minute when you hit the pause button, which means that if you are still changing the filament when that 1 minute expires, and you were to move the print head, the printer doesn't know that the head's been moved at that point, which will set the entire rest of the print askew, and you'll have to start over. One of my favorite moments when doing a multicolored print like this is this moment right here. So that's the moment when you've switched the filaments, and the printer lays down the first layer of the new color, and you get your first look at the contrast of colors, and really your first idea as to how the completed print might look. I'm very happy with the way these turned out. The black on blue contrast is fantastic, the details are sharp, the bottoms are smooth with absolutely no warping whatsoever, and I would say the only thing that could make this cooler, if I had some sort of storage mechanism that was equally as cool, that I could put these in when I'm not using them. As much as I love having them out on my desk, they do take up a fair amount of room. But wait, I do. The designer who put this design up at Thingiverse thought ahead and also designed this super awesome drink coaster holder. It's equally as nerdy as its coaster counterparts and could actually be used as a coaster in a pinch. As you can see, I've reversed the color scheme on this, going from blue to black versus black to blue, and it sports the signature question mark block from Super Mario Bros. So now, when my coasters aren't in use, I can just drop them in there, put them out of the way, and they're ready for next time. I printed these at 95% size, which makes them perfectly adequate for holding a regular sized drink, but also meant I could fit all 4 of them onto an 8x8 print bed in one shot, which meant I didn't have to do 4 separate prints, which really saved a lot of time and meant I only had to risk swapping filament colors once. So if you're a video game fan and you have a 3D printer, I'd really encourage you to give this a shot. It's not a particularly difficult print as long as you have good bed adhesion, as large flat surfaces can pose a challenge to bed adhesion. But as long as you've got your bed adhesion down, these will turn out really nice, and I think you'll really enjoy them. So I've gone ahead and tossed the link to the Thingiverse page down below. If you do print one, by all means toss a link to your picture in the comments below. I'd love to see which color combinations you guys come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at some super nerdy drink coasters. If you like this video, why not toss me a thumbs up? If you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever I put out new stuff. Thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys again real soon.